Cultivate a pure heart.
Who's the greatest fighter in all the land of Nintendo? If you said Fox McCloud, you're wrong. Sure, he's got those melee moves, and he can twirl a mean staff in Dinosaur Planet. But no other fighter is more graceful, more skilled, and more Italian than the master of Plum Wando. Oh, you don't know about the hidden art of Plum Wando? Well, let me tell you a little story about how it came to be. The year is 1992. Somewhere in Germany, a pinnacle piece of the deepest Mario lore was constructed. Lucky for us, the folks over at OpenTrain transcribed these relics so that we can enjoy them today. So a big thank you for everything their team has done to preserve these odd pieces of Nintendo history. With that said though, please join me in another Club Nintendo adventure. This time, we're diving into Super Mario, Plum Wando. Muscles are not everything. Our journey begins with Mario stumbling upon a Street Fighter II sign with the question, who will become the Grand Master, written beneath the logo. Mario begins thinking, and immediately his imagination gets to work. He envisions himself hulked out as the great Grandmaster of all Grandmasters, after a year-long training regimen. Soon after this vision, Luigi spots Mario sprinting around the city, and asks why he is running. Mario responds saying that he has to run 110 kilometers, swim 5 kilometers, and then bike at least 30 kilometers, which seems backwards for a triathlon. Side note here real quick, I've always been fascinated by a series of events called the Ironman. The Ironman is a brutal triathlon event in which someone typically has to swim almost 4 kilometers, bike 180 kilometers, and then run about 42 kilometers without a break. It's the ultimate physical test that takes about 13 hours for most people to complete. However, Mario seems to be running a different variant of it. His biking and running times seem to be flipped, which would absolutely be brutal. That's equivalent to running over 2.5 marathon races without stopping. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Anyways, in the next panel, we see that Mario has been training vigorously for about a week, as he claims he's going to show everyone how super he is. As he enters the room though, he immediately becomes terrified and quickly tries to think of an excuse to leave. Immediately, the Street Fighter II cast just assumes Mario is a pizza delivery man, and begins to heckle him. Mario tries to leave in a hurry, but unfortunately bumps into the bigwig who is running the event. And to his surprise, it is none other than Donkey Kong, who looks super snazzy in a tux, mind you. Funky fresh, almost. Of course, Donkey Kong remembers all the crap that Mario put him through in Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr., and ensures that Mario isn't going anywhere. Luigi, who is apparently the ref here, announces the first fight. And now the first battle. On one side, we have Zangief, a man like a bison. Taking on him is Mario, a minor lightweight from Brooklyn. The gong is hit, signaling the start of the match, and Mario falls onto his butt terrified. Mario begins running around in a frightened state, which is actually surprisingly effective against Zangief, who can't keep up. Zangief becomes dizzy, and either falls backwards or Mario bumps into his leg, causing him to fall over. It's hard to tell what actually happens. Without realizing it, Mario wins the match, and moves on to the next round. Mario, being the creep that he is, immediately thinks that Chun-Li is going to kiss him instead of actually fight. He's taken in by her beauty. This is immediately shattered when she nearly takes off his head with a punch. She follows up with her iconic 100 rending kicks, as Mario fears for his life. However, Mario quickly pulls a feather from his hat and, tickles her underside? Chun-Li falls to the ground laughing uncontrollably, while Mario continues his feather torture. However, round 3 begins and the Brazilian Nightmare takes the stage. But not before Toad shows up, calls Mario ya boy, and hands him a banana. Blanca rushes straight for Mario, as Mario tosses his newfound Worms Banana Bomb with his second left arm. Blanca slips out of the ring, or as I like to believe, it truly was a banana bomb and it exploded. Hence all the smoke. Round 4 starts immediately after Blanca is eliminated though. No rest for the wicked, as Dhalsim rushes to the arena, as Mario's fourth and final opponent. He spits a fireball at Mario, which Mario quickly dodges. This match seems entirely different because Mario is totally on top of his game. As Dhalsim condemns Mario from afar, Mario spawns a bucket behind his back sneakily. He quickly soaks Dhalsim in water, as Dhalsim claims that he only bathes once a year, and of all the days, when Dhalsim's mommy is watching. Street Fighter lore deepens. In anger, he launches a long kick at Mario, who manages to catch his leg. Mario ties Dhalsim up with his own body limbs into a ball. With Dhalsim's defeat, Mario wins the tournament and apparently possibly confirms his appearance in Terminator 3? I have no idea. Anyways, the comic ends. Yeah, it just abruptly ends with a "that's all folks" cartoon circle around Mario holding his trophy. I thought this was a pretty interesting crossover, and I totally wish Mario would have taken on M. Bison. But I'd also like to hear your thoughts. Which characters do you wish Mario would have fought? And if he did fight them, how do you think Mario would comedically defeat them? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And with that, thanks for tuning in to this ringside crossover. Be sure to ring that notification bell down below like a gong, because apparently YouTube isn't notifying people as often as they should. Anyways, thanks for watching guys and gals, and until my next video, cheers.